When you think of vacation timeshares, you may think of high-pressured sales pitches.
But News Channel 5 Investigates has found dozens of senior citizens who claim Wyndham Vacation Resorts goes way too far during its sales meetings.
Consumer investigator Jennifer Krause talked with some of these seniors who are now suing Wyndham.
That's right. They say they used to enjoy their Wyndham vacations, but then Wyndham changed its sales tactics, and every time they went on a trip, they were forced to attend what the company calls owner update meetings. And that's when these seniors tell us their dream vacations and their lives turned into living nightmares.
And I put instant potatoes and flour and sugar.
This is Mildred Folds' secret recipe for yeast rolls, handed down by her mother. But Folds has another secret that she's been too embarrassed to share until now.
Nobody in my family knows. Nobody.
The 76-year-old widow is deep in debt, owing more than $175,000 after she claims she was repeatedly tricked and harassed into buying timeshare points.
You'll be ushered with a welcome greeting
Through Wyndham Vacation Resorts,
your spacious living room.
which has locations around the world, including here in Nashville, Crossville, and the Smokies.
More choices than you can imagine.
I won't live long enough to pay it off.
It's a lot of money.
And Houston and Brenda Garvin
If I had it to do over, I'd never do it again.
say the same thing happened to them.
How much do you think you lost?
Over $600,000.
Both the Garvins and Mildred Folds are now suing Wyndham, the world's largest timeshare company, alleging fraud, theft by conversion, negligent misrepresentation, violations of the Tennessee Timeshare Act and Consumer Protection Act,
Think of Wyndham Smoky Mountains.
claiming they were pressured into buying more timeshare points
So how many points did you end up buying?
$2.5 million.
than they could ever possibly use or afford.
So how many points do you have now through?
3,266,000, I think.
They were forced to attend high-pressure sales meetings that lasted hours on end.
You know, sign here, sign here.
Mildred Folds insists those meetings were nearly impossible to leave.
I'm sitting there literally like this, saying, I've got to go. You know, well, just go ahead and sign this. Go ahead and sign this, and then you can go.
The calm and quiet of the hills.
Folds also claims in her lawsuit Wyndham sales reps told her things to convince her to buy more points that ended up not being true.
If I would just sign it, then they could lower the interest rates.
Is that in fact what happened?
No. No.
She says Wyndham salespeople also told her the company would buy back any extra points she didn't use. And that, too, she later found, wasn't exactly as it had been explained.
Were you surprised to discover that?
Very surprised. Not only surprised, he may need to bleep this out. I was mad as hell that they would pull this trick.
Every time you'd go, it was something different. They'd tell you, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Well, we did it because we trusted them and thought they were telling us right.
Every Wyndham rep, they say, recommended changing to yet another plan, which brought with it higher costs.
Would you say these salespeople are saying and doing whatever it takes to close the sale?
Well, it would certainly appear that that's what is going on.
And a whistleblower lawsuit filed in California by former Wyndham employees claims that that's exactly what Wyndham tells its salespeople to do, though the company denied the allegations in court.
They'd done about broke us.
The Garvins recently had to simply walk away from their timeshare points, losing their entire investment after they could no longer afford the $3,500 a month payment.
It makes you feel bad when you think you've done something that's stupid.
Yes, I'm embarrassed that I let myself get caught like this. And then I get so angry at Wyndham for putting me through this. Sign here, there, there.
Folds gets $2,300 from Social Security and her pension, yet her payment to Wyndham is a staggering $3,800 a month.
How am I going to make it? What am I going to do next?
She's resorted to selling her homemade jams and jellies, as well as her mother's secret recipe yeast rolls. But it's becoming clear to her that it's simply not enough.
Am I going to lose my home? Am I going to lose everything that I've got?
We have repeatedly reached out to Wyndham trying to get at least some sort of comment or statement from them. We started last week with the corporate office in Florida and even contacted their local attorneys here in Nashville, but we've not gotten any sort of response to our calls or our emails.
This is so sad.
It is.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer.